Hey everyone, in this session of vibe coding, I'm building something for books, for ebooks, and I'm using Instance and also an external API called Gutendex. It's an API for the project Gutenberg. Let's start with a very simple prompt so we can get started. So we're starting basically a new instance project connected to the server. We see the AI chat here, code editor as well with server and client and a preview of the app. And in the meantime, while everything is getting set up, we can add a name. Let's call it Gutenberg search. So basically, the project is set up and we are loading the app and we already have something. Gutenberg book search. That's actually a better name. Let's call it Gutenberg book search so we know what's going on, even if we don't know Gutenberg. But Project Gutenberg is basically a huge voluntary effort to digitize old public domain books, and there's a lot of them. But the website is not so user-friendly, so it's cool that there's an API and we can directly work with that. So let's browse for something. See if the search works. Great is already that the search works when I hit the return button. I didn't have to click on the search box. But the search button also works. So we can just hit return, or we click the button, and we already have search results. That's great. And it looks like the search results are automatically sorted by the download count. That also makes sense. So if we have multiple books, like multiple search results, the most popular ones are shown. It makes sense. So the more popular ones, maybe they are better versions or like less errors in there. Let's make some adjustments. So I'm already fairly satisfied actually. The search works. We can browse around. I simplified the wording now. I don't need download count. Just say downloads. We have subjects, so there's kind of like multiple subjects apparently. Maybe there's a way to simplify subject to something like a genre that it's fine if we only have the genre of the book. with APIs, it's often not, yeah, it's not so obvious what the API can do. And yeah, we could look up in the docs, but I think Instance knows a lot of different APIs. So if what we want is possible, I think Instance can help us already. So I think um, it noticed that the subjects are kind of like the genres, but we have so many different ones. So maybe only show one of those. I think that's better. And yeah, notice for Frankenstein, maybe the genre is actually fiction, and whatever is before here is like additional information, like very detailed, that it's a Frankenstein monster kind of fiction, so a specific type of fiction. Let's check. Yeah, here's similar. So the genre is not really, it's not really the genre, it's some kind of context info, but the genre is also there. So we have like two minus characters or hyphens or something like that. Let's only display what comes after these two characters. So that looks better. Notice that we didn't have to refresh the app or do the search again. Instance could update the app as it is with all the data that's already in there. And we have like a book by Goethe on theory of colors, and the genre is color, whereas Faust is drama. That looks all right to me. And let's check with Frankenstein again. Frankenstein, all right. Now we have fiction. Yeah, that's easier to parse. Sometimes less information is better and easier to browse. Now it would also be kind of nice if we had the book covers as well. Let's see if there are also book covers. Ah, nice. So we already have books with covers. Makes it a bit more interesting to browse. What I notice is that with this one cover, there is a huge white area on the cover, and since the app itself also has a lot of white, it's not so clear where the cover ends and where the rest of the app starts. And here also with this book cover, it's basically white. Let's add an outline to the book cover. And here we go. So we have an outline here and another, yeah, slight visual change I would like is fewer drop shadows. Like they are, I think, kind of popular at the moment in UI design, but I think they are making everything a bit more complex. Um, no drop shadows. All right. So the drop shadows still show. Let's reload. Interesting. So maybe by removing the drop shadows, something went wrong. That's fine. We'll try to fix it. Um, actually, just took the search is a bit slow. Maybe fetch again. Maybe the Gutenberg search is a bit busy at the moment. That's fine. Let's try again to remove the drop shadows. And here we go. Now the drop shadows are gone. I think the buttons still have a bit of a drop shadow, but that's fine for now. And maybe it would also be kind of cool when the app is loaded in the beginning, that it's not empty, but it already shows the most popular books. So that's a good place to start. So it's not only a book search, but more like something where you can browse in with some suggestions what to read. Right, so that updated the app and it's now loading books. And that takes a bit of time, but that's fine. So now we have popular books from the beginning already. And let's reload the app. Since the API is a bit slow, maybe to improve the user experience, we can cache the popular books result. So I'm asking Instance if we can cache the result for the popular books, and if that works, it means that we don't have to wait for the API, and we already see the popular books very fast. But for that to work, it has to load the books at least once. All right. I mean, it feels faster, so maybe the caching already worked. Thinking what to add next. All right. I remember that while you can read books online with Gutenberg, you can also download them as EPUB, and that would actually be a cool little app for me to use on the iPhone or on a tablet to browse for books and like immediately add them to the ebook reader. So let's add a button for downloading the EPUB file. I'm not sure if every one of the Gutenberg books has one, but let's see if that works. So we see Alice in Wonderland, The Great Gatsby. So there's a bunch of very popular works, Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that are in public domain. That's pretty cool. And now we have an download EPUB button. There's still a read book button. I'm thinking maybe we only want the EPUB download button. We don't even need the read book button. So we also have Moby Dick, Romeo and Juliet. Interesting. Shakespeare. And now we only have the download EPUB button. Maybe with a hover that is a bit clearer. And we are updating the button. Let's refresh the app. Loads the books reasonably fast. The hover is maybe a bit clearer now. And I'm thinking about a few more small tweaks. Let's remove the title of popular books because yeah, these are popular books, but we don't even need the title here, just the books. And here we go. Also maybe simplify the name to just Gutenberg books. You can also rename the app. All right. Search again. Maybe let's make the loading indicator a bit more interesting or playful. Let's see what happens. Right now it works, but it's a bit like functional loading books. Let's try again. Yeah, that looks nice. Oh, it added some books. That's nice. It's a nice animation. It's great. Let's see if there's also Dracula. Should also be in the public domain. And here we go. There's no EPUB here, but there is for this version. So yeah, I think with that we have a working book search for the whole Gutenberg library. It looks nice and we can get the EPUBs that we want. So I think that's a good result for this session, and have fun building.